gone ahead with.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
afternoon. Here we are again for wellness gathering with a very cheery bunch of ladies here. And we're taking responsibility for our well-being through the through the principles of core alignment. And we're focusing on moving into our missions.
Yes.
We got more than one missions.
We always have
Yeah.
missions. Aren't you always on
Multiple
a
missions.
mission? I think a mission is just going to Florida, right? Or
Yeah.
shoveling the snow or going for a walk.
Yeah.
Hi, Dawn Marie.
Hello,
Yes.
ladies.
Hello, hello. So yes, so we're on our 8th conversation of this series. And so we're going to be looking at what do we do our missions and our visions and our messages for, and remind us of what we've been doing this all along for. So the question for today is, what is something you do for yourself? So I'm Lynn, I'm in Calgary, Alberta, and something that I do for myself. Well, I'm pretty good at taking care of myself. I exercise for myself and I feed myself. And I do that so that I can stay healthy, and I'm quite enjoying sticking to my routine and making it be important. So, how about you, Madeline?
I'm Madeline, I'm in Calgary, Alberta, and something I do for myself. Well, I, for years, have kept a giant bottle of vinegar in my shower and splashed my feet with vinegar every day. And there, there was somebody years ago who told me that to keep because I used to have pretty smelly feet when I was a kid. and and to keep all of that at bay, if you splash your feet in the shower with vinegar, that it helps. And I just started doing it, and I just do it out of routine now. And when it's not in the shower, I miss it. So I guess that's a routine that I have developed.
Cool. Dawn Marie?
I am Dawn Marie from Sacramento, California. And what I do to treat myself is I get a manicure and a pedicure once a month. I make sure that's a priority. It's self-care. And it just makes me feel good that I've taken that time out to take care of me.
Awesome. Olive?
Hi, I'm Olive. I'm in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. And what do I do for myself? I think I would say that I attend my Forever in Motion classes. I'm like you, Lynn. I'm a firm believer in keeping my body fit, body and mind. So I do that for myself.
Cool. Lorraine?
And I'm Lorraine. I'm in British Columbia. What I do for myself, well, I look after myself pretty good. I make sure I have all the necessary food I need, the nutritionals I need. I and I really keep my mind open to new ideas and try to learn. So those are the things I do for myself.
Yes, such a good question, hey? It would be a good question just to contemplate on the daily. What am I doing for myself today? So what we're going to be doing today is we are going to be expanding on what we've been focusing on over the last 7 or 8 weeks, and look at what it really means to you to move into your missions and your visions and your messages, and really look at what it is that you really want to share with others. So, what is important to you in your life right now? So I know what's important to me in my life right now is being relaxed about everything I do. I've been quite enjoying being relaxed, even when I'm got lots of things I want to do. If I got a schedule or I got clients or whatever it might be, people visiting. I want to just be relaxed with everything. So how about you, Lorraine?
What,
What's important to you in your life right now?
well, what I'd like to, what I do is I really like learning and challenging myself with new things. And I was just telling Lynn that I was just learning how to make and do QR codes. And I think I've got it down now.
What would you do a QR code for?
I'm doing my business on QR codes. I'm putting products on my documents and on my cards and just just kind of do a business thing with QR codes.
Cool. Got it.
And you could do it too with your business.
Yeah.
You could have a QR code.
Hmm?
I said you too could have a
You have a
QR.
QR code. What about you, Olive? What's important to you in your life right now?
What's important to me right now, is kind of a superficial thing, but it's getting everything ready for myself to go to Florida for my vacation.
Cool. Awesome. Madeline?
I am, what am I focusing on right now?
Yeah, what's
Sorry, what was,
important to you in your
oh,
life
what's
right now?
important? What's important to me? Well, having all my schedules match up because I didn't do a very good job of that last week, but having, giving myself time to do everything that I want to do because it's all my choice to say yes or no to. So there are times when I don't feel like I can say no, and kind of shifting in a more productive way that it's for me has taken my focus lately. So that's putting me first, or on some occasion, me first, where I wouldn't normally, I guess is what
Putting yourself on your schedule?
on my schedule.
Yeah.
Everybody else has got a schedule, but I don't seem to be in there.
How about you, Dawn Marie?
Well, what I'm doing is absolutely nothing. The past 9 months, I was working on a project that just required me to help get trainers for trainings. And the last one was February the 27th. And I was like, I can't wait for March to get here. I'm not putting anything on my calendar. I am just going to exhale and enjoy doing nothing. So right now, that's what's important to me.
Well, it's good to do a check-in. That's why we're doing a what for. What are we doing now and what are we doing it for? So what has your attention as you are, well, focusing on doing nothing or getting ready or managing your schedule or relaxing or figuring out QR codes? What is it that has your attention? And I know for myself, what has my attention is spring coming right now. I don't know, maybe because it's so sunny here today. It's just, and it's warm and things are melting, and it's, what has my attention is just wanting to be outside. Just want to be outside. How about you, Lorraine? What has your attention?
What has my attention? I think it's just watching the snow melt and having nice days now. And it just, we got so many windows that we can look out, and it's amazing what we can see when the deer come home from wherever they are overnight. And at lunch, at dawn, dusk, they go back to where they go. So it's just watching nature. That's really having my attention.
Marie, what has your attention as you're in that place of doing nothing?
Well, the fact that I got another hour added on to my day with the time changing here, like, okay, now I have all this time during the day and I get an extra hour of light outside. What am I going to do with that extra hour? So I'm just trying to, not be in a hurry. I know we've got all spring for this new time change, but I just want to be able to enjoy it and make a better use of my time with this extra hour that I have.
Cool. Cool. How about you, Madeline?
Well, certainly the sunshine, it drew us out today. It was lovely to go for a big walk. And I put aside another errand just because I couldn't not enjoy the sunshine. So it was like, okay, I don't really need to do a Costco shop. I need to go out into the sunshine. And that was definitely a thrilling moment when I could have that make that decision and not it affect anybody but our schedule. So that was really good.
Awesome. How about you, Olive?
Well, I'm similar to Dawn Marie. I'm focusing on who has time change and who doesn't. In Saskatchewan, we don't change. My sister is in Arizona. Arizona doesn't change.
Mhm.
I take a yoga class through Zoom from Hawaii, and Hawaii doesn't change.
Mm.
But it seems to me the rest of the world does. So I have to remember, okay, my daughter in Alberta is the same time as me now, and my son in New Hampshire, I think he's 2 hours ahead now. And I actually had to ask my friend Google what time was the equivalent of 3 in Pacific time.
Yeah.
She came to my rescue, so I
Yeah.
managed to get to this call on time. It's confusing. It takes a couple weeks for those of us in Saskatchewan to kind of get our heads around why the rest of the world is changing.
I don't know why they don't make that all across the board the same.
Yeah. Well, we're springing forward. I guess we
Mhm.
get to spring forward in certain places and other places we
Other
just get
places,
to
we just
stay.
dig in and say, darn it, we are going to just do what we always do.
Exactly. Get caught up with everyone else, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's just kind of go a little bit more. So what is a mission you are currently focusing on? I know for myself, a mission that I am currently focusing on, well, it's that time of year where the tax man is getting my attention. So I have been focusing on paperwork and getting our financial fair, well, revisiting our past year and looking at the things that we're working and then, gathering that information. So that's a mission that I'm currently focusing on. What about you, Madeline? What's a mission you're currently focusing on?
A mission I'm currently focusing on is getting through. I have several manuscripts that I need to get through, and so kind of a more work oriented, but a few offerings in terms of suggestions and corrections, but you have to go through it basically with a fine-tooth comb to find them. So it's a bit time consuming, so I enjoy it. So that's what I'm focusing on right now, is getting through a couple of these manuscripts.
How about you, Dawn Marie?
Well, what I'm focusing on is last year we started reading a book in a book club, Think and Grow Rich. And we had to come up with a statement on the things that you wanted to have in your life. And, as I look back on a couple of those things, they've already manifested. And the one thing that is really riding on my shirt tail is, I wanted to lose a certain amount of weight. And so I didn't accomplish that, but I told myself this quarter, I am going to work on meeting the numbers that I want to be at in my weight. And that way it will tie in to this mission statement of what I did last year. So it really does have my focus on eating a healthier meal, exercising, and getting to that weight goal that I said that I wanted to be at.
Cool. Awesome. How about you, Olive?
I'm basically through the task, I think, but what I focused on lately is a box of old condo board minutes and stuff from my neighbor who passed away this fall. And why he kept all this stuff, I don't know. But I also have a similar box that somebody's going to have to go through when I pass on. The most useful thing in this box was a set of earplugs. I think he often wore those to our meetings, so a set of earplugs in my box, but else, no. Down to the shredding of the papers.
Right. Cool.
Big move.
How about you, Lorraine?
It's something that I'm focusing on. Well, I think it's, I don't have anything specific, but I think just my health I'm focusing on to make sure that I'm functioning for the day. And I'm looking forward to being even looking younger. That's what I'm fit for focusing on.
Cool. Cool. Well, yeah, so we're looking at what we do things for. So how do you want to be with what you're doing? How do you feel you're being with what you're doing? I know for myself right now, I feel like I'm really enjoying what I'm doing. I have been really turned on by what I'm doing, and I feel really on track. And I like that no matter when, you know, what I'm doing. I like that feeling of being on purpose. And some of the habits that I've been implementing is really working for me right now. And so I'm quite excited about that. So what about you, Lorraine?
How do I feel about what I'm
How do you
focusing?
want to be while you're doing your missions?
How do I want to be? Wow.
How are you feeling your being, you know?
How am I feeling? You want to be or feeling be? I want to feel, I think I want to feel confident and I think just confidence and appreciate what I'm feeling and being at the moment. So
Cool.
I want to be 26 years younger.
I think we all do.
I want to be 26 pounds lighter.
Right?
All right, Olive, what about you?
I think I want to be relaxed and comfortable with what I'm doing and what I have to do. I don't want to stress about what I have to do.
How about you, Madeline?
I think I feel quite energized with certainly being outside and getting the sun. That seemed to energize me quite a bit. And you know, there's a moment where it's like I just want to feel myself enjoy everything that I have put in front of me. So that enjoyment and it's a choice, and making the choices to enjoy it. And really, like, aren't we all just 12 deep down inside of us?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What about you, Domri?
Well, I'm feeling committed to staying focused. I started it's called a Little Black Dress. And what it is, it's a meal plan where you have so many calories that you work on accomplishing per day. And I did it for 6 weeks and, I lost, half of the weight that I wanted to lose. But that number that I said that I wanted to lose, I'm still focused on that. So I'm going to remain committed and focused on reaching the goal that I said that I wanted to obtain.
Cool. So focus, eh? So part of our intention for our call today is to see what's important about our message, and all of these things that we've been pulling out are really important. And they're, you know, the focus, the enjoyment, the being relaxed, right? Feeling younger, whatever it is. So what will you take with you from our conversation today that will support you until we talk again? Lorraine?
What I'll take away from this conversation until we talk again, I think it's just being, putting our mind in the awareness of the whole subject of moving into our missions, and staying focused on that, and showing appreciation for the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Olive?
I will take is that we don't have to beat ourselves up for not achieving maybe what we thought we should or what we could achieve. There's nothing wrong with circling back and
Mm-hmm.
committing yourself to that goal.
Madeline?
What I will take with me that will support me until we talk again is being able to verbalize what any of this means to me. Is it keeps it more present in my awareness. So having the opportunity to verbalize it actually makes it stronger, and I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate that.
Cool. Dawn Marie?
So what I will take away from this that will support me for the rest of my life is, or until we meet again, I'm sorry, is that self-care. And that self-care is really important, regardless of how you do it. You find that niche for self-care to take care of you, to keep yourself focused. And that's what I'm really going to take away from this conversation today, is how important it is to just be mindful of yourself and what you say you're going to commit to. And, you know, like Olive was saying, if you don't get it done the first time, then circle back around and do it again. It's okay.
Yeah, it's awesome. That's what I take away, is this sense that it's never what I think it is, right? Like, you know, it's like there's always this space to come back and look at what am I doing this for, and just check in with what's really important, and look at where I've been and where my attention is going, and all these principles of just taking a grounding in reality check, as Kate would put it, is kind of stepping outside and gathering all the parts and pieces and looking at where my attention is going and seeing how it is supporting all the things that are very important to me, even when it doesn't seem like it, because life is just happening around me.
Mhm.
So what will you take with you that'll support you for the rest of your life? Dawn Marie?
Mm. What I will take away from this that will support me for the rest of my life is, how valuable time is and what you do with that time. This 30 minutes that Lorraine provides for us to be able to connect on a weekly basis has just been refreshing to me. And it's almost like, getting counseling, going to a counseling session, because you get to verbalize some things that are on the inside of you that maybe you're walking around, thinking about it, but until you really say it, then it really becomes a real deal. So I think that's what I'll take away, is the fact that, this time is really important.
Madeline?
What I will take away that will support me for the rest of my life. Well, knowing the work, knowing core alignment and Kate's work is, and how it continually supports us. The more we delve into it, the more it reaffirms the need to keep it alive. So that's really, really important to understand, and I think to appreciate that the work is so valuable. So,
Mhm.
and grateful for it. Yeah.
Olive?
I will take away is balance, how important balance is in my life. Physical balance, to be able to stand on my feet and not fall over. To balance my mental health with my physical health. Just that word is gonna be, it's my mantra for the next few days. I think.
How about you, Lorraine?
What I'll take away that will support me for the rest of my life, I think it's just the knowledge that what we discuss and how we verbalize and chuckle at things, and it really helps the brain waves, the synapses. And it kind of eliminates if there's any trauma that ever occurred in our journey in life. This has just smoothed everything out, and it just makes it so much better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yes, this work is really powerful. And I think part of it is just holding the intention to have an intentional space to gather more information, knowing that we're supporting ourselves.
Mhm.
And it's really like the first module, which is all about creating clarity and connection, which is knowing what we want it for, what we want it more for, showing up, asking for it, keeping our word, and having that natural attitude along the way,
Mhm.
our attitude of gratitude along the way, because we're constantly gathering more information to support ourselves. We're constantly refining what's at my core that's really important to me, and acknowledging what's at my core, because where my attention is going, like where I'm spending my attention, there's going to be some core value that I've got there. Otherwise, I wouldn't be spending time doing that.
Mhm.
So, so I just appreciate the tune in and check in. I think that, it's just a great half hour to have an intentional conversation and to really look at the missions that I'm working on and how it supports me to be with others and have just that little bit of formality along the way. And then maybe this is what life is. We're meant to be doing it together, not really all on our own.
Mhm.
Even if we're all doing something different,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
We're all doing something different, but at the end of the day, we're all doing it together somehow.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Lynn. And we'll see you next week, and Olive, we'll catch up with you in your Florida holiday.